Hi Virgo, this is your October 3rd through October 9th weekly tarot reading. I do 5 separate spreads in my weekly readings. Will I have a spread on new love, a separate spread on love in an existing relationship or marriage? I'll do an X spread. We'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances, and we'll see what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is a new love this week. For some of you, it's not really new. Well, we got the Hangman clarified by the Ten of Swords. We have the Two of Cups. We have the Queen of Pentacles clarified by the Sun. In the potential outcome, we have the Hierophant with the Magician and the Hermit. And we also have the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Leo or a Taurus, or a Gemini, or even another Virgo, or any zodiac sign. This is a general reading. And I said it's not really new because for some of you, this is somebody who is already in your life. Okay, and you could already be talking to this person, but it's like it's been stagnant, really stagnant for both of you. For those of you who are meeting a new person, it's going to be stagnant for a little while. And here comes the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck all the way to your right. This is a conversation. And you know, Virgo, I say it in my readings all the time that communication is key, and that's what I think is happening here with that Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is communication. The Ace of Swords is a very straightforward, very direct conversation that you'll have with somebody. I don't even know who is going to initiate that. It could be you, it could be them. You know, I really don't know, but there's definitely a clarity coming in. With that Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is also the, clarity card, and it's the Ace of Truth, right? So perhaps if you've been talking to somebody, if somebody's been in your life already, but you guys been dragging your feet, and I'm not judging you, that happens. You will finally be getting on the same page. You'll finally be, talking about it, and the conversation will be kind of like this. Oh, so yeah, you have feelings for me? I have feelings for you too. Wow, what a surprise. Well, I'm exaggerating, but you get the idea. It's like, oh, okay, why have we been, stalling? Why have we been hesitating? Why don't we just go for it, right? Because there's definitely a mutual attraction, mutual feelings. If this is a brand new person entering your life, for a few days, there's going to be stagnation. And then the Ace of Swords will set the record straight. Okay, so yeah, speaking of stagnation, the first card I come out is the Hangman. The Hangman is one of the most stationary cards in the tarot deck. It's a card of nothing happening. It's also a card of sacrifice. So perhaps you guys been sacrificing and working, taking care of other things instead of, spending time together, or instead of, getting closer, getting to know each other, to see how you guys feel towards one another. And however that Hangman plays out in your particular situation, it's coming to an end. First of all, like I said, with that Ace of Swords, you'll be talking, and the Ten of Swords clarifying the Hangman. The Hangman is definitely coming to an end. The Ten of Swords is a card of an abrupt ending, so there's going to be a conversation that just kind of happens all of a sudden, out of the blue. Alright, and here comes the Two of Cups. Turns out you guys have feelings towards one another. Wow. The Two of Cups is, I'm being a little sarcastic, as you can tell. Like I said, communication is always key, and I see this all the time. People ride the same elevator for years, and then turns out that they're in love with each other. You get the idea, right? And yeah, with the Two of Cups so early in the reading, yeah, you guys will definitely have mutual feelings towards one another. It's a card of a soulmate connection. It's a card of unconditional love. It's a card of two people on the same page. Two people feeling the same way towards one another. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. That's you, male or female, absolutely doesn't matter. And I asked how will Virgo feel about what's going on? And the Sun came out. First of all, the Sun is also a card of clarity, just like the Ace of Swords. And the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. This card always talks about joy, success, happiness, and feeling on top of the world. So I think you'll be so happy that you guys are finally getting on the same page. Speaking of the same page, in the potential outcome, we have the Hierophant with the Magician and the Hermit. Every single card in the potential outcome is a major arcana card. We have you, the Hermit, that's your major arcana card, unless you're dealing with another Virgo. The Hierophant, the first card in there, is a Taurus card. You could be dealing with a Taurus or somebody with Taurus in their charts. And most importantly, the Hierophant is a card of something traditional, like a committed relationship or marriage, right? The Magician in the middle could be a Gemini you're dealing with, but the Magician is a card of taking action. So now you guys are taking action towards that commitment. And the thing about the Magician knows he or she's got all the tools they need at their disposal, and they're using those tools. So I think you will learn your lesson, and with the Magician, you will be kind of proactive, I guess. And since you're already in love with each other, I don't think there's going to be any more hesitation. Even though this spread still feels kind of slow, the Magician comes in and stirs things up a little bit in a good way. So now you're not going to be wasting any more of anybody's time. Right now, you got to be taking action. Right. So yeah, I'm not going to do an extended for you, Virgo, because this looks really good. By the way, this is the first time I'm using this deck for YouTube readings. I've only used it for myself before this. This is a fairly new deck. So this looks good. This looks really good. Really happy for you, Virgo. Congratulations. Virgo, if you are already married or if you're in a relationship, this spread is for you. We have the Four of Swords, we have the Moon, we have the Five of Wands clarified by Temperance, and we have the Sun on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Pisces or a Sagittarius or a Leo. A very straightforward reading. If you guys already got into a fight, you're going to be kissing and making up. If you haven't gotten into a fight, hopefully it can be avoided. Because that's what tarot is all about. It's a guidance, right? It's a guide. Right. The Four of Swords, the first card that came out, this is you guys, taking some time apart after a major fight. Right, the Five of Wands, right next to the deck clarified by Temperance, is a card of a conflict, right? And the Moon in the middle could be a Pisces you were dealing with, but the Moon is, it's one of the most emotional cards in the deck. It's a card of fear, it's a card of going through something, it's also a card of something we're not aware of. So there could have been some kind of a miscommunication why the two of you got into a fight because you don't know the whole story or something along those lines. But the Moon is a card of emotions, So I think that Moon simply amplifies the Four of Swords. So whoever that is in the Four of Swords, and I think that's both of you taking time apart, yeah, it's taking a toll on you. The Five of Wands, like I said, it's a card of a conflict, but it's clarified by Temperance. Temperance is a Sagittarius card, and at the same time, Temperance could be interpreted as a card of healing, bearing a hatchet, and rekindling, right? And here comes the Sun. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Sun. It's a Leo card, but it's also a card of clarity, so you guys could, if you didn't know the whole story, perhaps clarity will be reached after a conversation. Or the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. And whenever we have the Moon and the Sun card in the same spread, I always point that out. The Moon, it's all about nighttime, it's all about darkness, it's all about fears, it's all about negative emotions, I guess, in this case. And the Sun is the complete opposite. The Sun comes out during the day, the Sun is always about happiness. You see there is a kid in the Sun card, and that kid is really happy, right? So the Moon becomes a thing of the past, and the Sun becomes the present. So again, if you haven't gotten into a fight, hopefully this can be avoided, because then you guys are just going to be suffering in silence. All right, keep that in mind. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Virgo, this week. Keep in mind, it could be somebody from a couple of months ago, a year ago, or a couple of years ago, so it doesn't have to be the most recent ex. We have the Knight of Swords, clarified by Judgment. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Cups, clarified by the Six of Cups and the Fool. And we also have the Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or an Aries, or any zodiac sign. Somebody here is rushing back in and they want to share some information with you, right? And that information is most likely going to be that they've worked out their issues, they worked on themselves, they've made a lot of improvements, and they want to see if you could give them a second chance based on those improvements. Well, right? Yeah, some of them literally went through some kind of counseling or therapy, or perhaps they worked on themselves physically. I don't know, right? But they're definitely new. They're definitely new and improved, or something like that. For some reason, I felt like saying that. Anyway, so here comes the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Or the Knight of Swords is the fastest knight out of all 4 knights. So this is them rushing back in. The Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck is also a very fast card. It's actually one of the fastest cards in the deck. So for some of you, this person is literally coming back from somewhere, right? Perhaps from that monastery they spent the last half a year at, right? Improving themselves. But yeah, the Knight of Swords is clarified by Judgment. Judgment is the card of somebody coming back from the past, wanting to reconcile. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles, the next card over, and that's where I'm picking up that improvement from. The Eight of Pentacles is a card of work, business, and finances, or this is a card of diligently working on something, dedicating themselves to something, right? And I think that's what they did. Perhaps you guys broke up because a few things were unacceptable to you. And those could have been anything. And I think they've worked on that, and they made a lot of improvements. And that's what they're going to be talking to you about. Not only will they be talking to you about their improvements, they'll be talking to you about love. The next card that came out is the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is all about genuine, authentic love. So they did all of that because they are in love with you. Well, it's not exactly the right approach. If you ask me, we should do things for ourselves, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think this person is simply so in love with you that they've already done a lot, and I think from this point on, they will continue to do a lot for you, for this relationship, for whatever. Right? Just so the two of you could be together. The Six of Cups, clarifying the Ace of Cups, is also a card of somebody coming back from the past, and it's a card of a soulmate connection. The Fool is an Aries card, or the Fool is a second chance. This is them wanting you, begging you to give them a second chance. Yeah, I don't know what you're gonna do, Virgo, but yeah, this person really, really loves you. They really do. All right, cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances. Virgo, this week we have the Two of Pentacles, we have the Three of Cups clarified by the Six of Cups, we have the Chariot clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, and we have the Nine of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Cancer. I just recently saw a very similar spread, Virgo. I don't know if that was for you or for somebody else. Anyway, you're going to be invited to some kind of a reunion or a business-related party or a conference or what have you, or a business meeting of some sort. It could be like a client appreciation day or something like that. You'll be invited to go, right? This is somebody you already know that is inviting you. And you'll be like, should I go or should I not? I think you should. I think you should check it out, because something good is going to come out of that. Okay? So here we go. We got the Two of Pentacles. This is you weighing pros and cons. Should I go or should I not to that event that I was just talking about? The Three of Cups, the next card over, is that event. It's a card of a celebration, it's a card of a reunion, or it could be a business meeting or some kind of a conference or a workshop. Something like that. It's clarified by the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups, I think, is the person inviting you over, somebody you already know, right? Then we have the Chariot clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, and the Nine of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So the Chariot, it could be you actually going there. The Wheel of Fortune could also be you going there, but those are two major arcana cards. The Chariot could be a Cancer you're dealing with. The Chariot is a card of victory, success, recognition, right? And the Wheel of Fortune, it could be a start of a new cycle. Networking never hurts when it comes to work, business, and finances. It's all about connections, right, Virgo? You should know that. I know Virgos are very business savvy. All right, it's all about connections. It's all about those meetings. It's all about those, getting-togethers. That's when that's when you meet the right people. And the Nine of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, I think that is you, or could be you in the future. This is a card of, when it comes to work, business, and finances, it's one of the best cards you could potentially get. Perhaps you are already doing good, and you were invited to a conference to speak. Or it could be you at some point in the future, if you do go and get that business deal going, or meet the right person, the right people, and something good is going to come out of that. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of somebody who is enjoying their financial abundance, somebody who is admired, respected, and things like that. It's a great card. So yeah, if you are invited to go, I think you should check it out. Something good is going to come out of that. All right? Cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen, Virgo, this week. We have the Eight of Pentacles, clarified by the Three of Pentacles. We have the Six of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck. This is the same story as in the work, business, and finances spread I did for you a couple of minutes ago. Different deck, same story. It really is. So the Eight of Pentacles clarified by the Three of Pentacles. Both of those two cards could be interpreted as work, business, and finances cards, right? The Six of Swords in the middle, that's you going somewhere. The High Priestess right next to the deck is a card of something unexpected, hence the name of the spread, right? And the High Priestess is also your intuition, right? If your intuition is telling you to go, and since I've already kind of hinted on that you should go, should check it out. If your intuition is telling you to go, I think it's onto something, right? And the Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck is a card of a wish come true, and it's also a card of personal satisfaction and fulfillment. So if you do go, if you attend, if you make an appearance, you will definitely leave there satisfied with that Nine of Cups. All right, so yeah, that's what I have for you, Virgo, for this reading for this week. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also share and subscribe. And other than that, Virgo, have an amazing week.